Oh, Crimson's back, baby. And the Series X looks like it can call you down to the office at any moment, doesn't it? Look! Do not play with me. Man, that thing could have warned Chernobyl. Call me a liar. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, your uncle's gonna pull up to the barbecue, pop open the trunk. Two of these things are gonna be stacked up on top of each other. This thing looks like it's gonna be bumping some LL Cool J. I need it around the way, girl. That's the one for me. Phil Spencer knows what he's doing. I'm not here to dog on this thing. As a matter of fact, I have a question. If you don't care about exclusives, is Game Pass the way to go? I surely think so. I was talking with Zephyr the other day on a video about next gen, and he called Game Pass a gimmick. I know. And some of you might be thinking, oh, Xbox ain't got shit. And to be fair, it has no exclusives. It's got nothing worth a damn on that thing. You can't hang on to Halo and Gears 17 times in a row. You just can't. I hate to break it to you. But if you don't care about exclusives, PlayStation or Microsoft, is Game Pass going to save you in these coming generations? And I wholeheartedly think it will. I was taking a look the other day. They released a trailer showing you some of the new games coming to the PC. And I took a look because now my PC's back up and running. And we're getting it, baby. But I was blown away. There was some games on there now that weren't on there before. And I said, holy shit. And I took a look just today, as to how many games are on the Xbox and the PC combined together. And I simply could not believe it. For about $20 or however much I'm paying, I can't remember, for Ultimate. I paid for the Ultimate because I got everything's connected to this damn thing. But for, let's just say $25, I have access to 20 pages. Let me show you something right here, man. And this is, I wonder if you, oh fuck, let me take it off the charger. Where is it? Can you see that? That's 20. Okay, that's showing up backwards. But you know what I mean, man. 20 pages. If you own, see, here's the thing. I am fortunate enough to have a PC and an Xbox. Even if I only had the one, your average gamer is only going to have one of the two, and that's going to be an Xbox. Majority of the games on this, well, all the friggin' games on this thing are played on the Xbox. 20 pages. There's a select few that are making it onto the PC. But if you can't find at least 4 games, and there's indie titles and AA studio, AAA studio games on here. Even if you can't find 4 games to play out of 20 pages currently, you're still safe. This is the cost-effective way to play some of the titles that you haven't experienced before, or titles you're looking forward to. So if you want to play Gears 7, if you want to play Halo Infinite Work to be Done, or whatever it's called, because that game looks like garbage. I don't care what anybody says. I feel bad for you if you're waiting on that game. But I digress. Those games are all coming on the Game Pass anyway. This was Phil Spencer's plan all along. All along. You don't have exclusives to show. Okay, no, this is a serious video. There are no exclusives on... Okay, I'm being serious here. Stop. The Xbox does not have exclusives on launch. For the next... One, to stop laughing. For the next 2 years. Enough! But instead, you have access to a ton of games that are cycling through every few months. And there is something here for everybody. There is. Now, the argument can be made, oh, well, what if, it works kind of like Netflix. So eventually these games are going to all be taken out of rotation. Yeah, you're right. They are. But your average everyday person is always going for the next thing. By the time the game you're playing is taken out of rotation, you will have either, one, committed enough time to it already so that you can move on to the next thing, or two, if you really enjoyed the game, you'll pay whatever the price needs to be paid to keep playing. And by that time, the game's already going for 50% off on a sale, or you don't gotta wait long enough for a sale. It's like, these guys, I think this shit is genius, is what I'm saying. You cannot argue with me about the value Game Pass brings. You can buy the console for $2.99 or $3.99, whatever. However much it goddamn costs. I can't remember. $3.99, $2.99. I live in Canada. That shit's more expensive anyway. You're going to be paying that price, and that could be cutting it close for you. You're going to buy your Xbox Live. Okay, the price is racking up. Ah, shit, man. Games are going to be costing like $100 now, or $70 in America. I don't know if I can afford that. Well, don't worry. They got $20, $25 for Game Pass, and you get like a fucking year's worth of games on here. Are you kidding? This shit is wild. So again, I ask, if you do not care about exclusives, why wouldn't you go with an Xbox? And I'm a Sony guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm getting a PlayStation 5, but I have a PC and I'm going to be getting an Xbox at some point in time. Shoot, with the amount of with the pre-orders going fucking bonkers on Sony's side, I might have to get an Xbox first if I'm gonna play next gen. Shit. Wasn't that some bullshit? I'm telling you, man, this to me is some true value. And we have to look at this objectively. This idea came out of nowhere. Nobody believed in this shit. But when they started upping the ante on some of the games they're adding on here, oh my God. If you're someone who likes and enjoys all genres of games, you are safe. You could play everything. You could play everything this generation and be like, yeah, man, I spent, your friends are like, man, I got to pay $70 for this, $100 for this. I can't believe this shit. And you're like, man, I spent $25 and I played it all. I played everything I wanted to play. Unbelievable, man. They got Resident Evil 7 on here. They had a friggin' Red Dead Redemption 2 on here. The Witcher 3 on here. What the hell? And Sony's taking this same formula with their PlayStation collections. And they're giving you the downloads when you buy a PlayStation 5. Because they know what's up. Now, that's a big step for Sony too. Don't get me wrong, that's a win. If you didn't play any of those games, holy hell. But again, these backlog gamers, you don't have enough time in the day to play some of this shit. I own a lot of these games on Game Pass because I didn't know that some of this stuff was on PC. If I had a PC and I knew about it, man, I wouldn't have wasted money on that shit. Oh, well, I'm not gonna say wasted money, but I would have just spent $25 to get this stuff, man. This is crazy to me. But I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think. Can this formula, or sorry, let me rephrase that. Do you think Game Pass is a gimmick? Because this subscription model seems to be the way to go. And if by some chance Microsoft steps their game up with these exclusives and they also end up on Game Pass, oh my God, are you serious? Whew. Man, oh man. That's just something that was on my mind recently. And I figured, you know what? Let me see if anybody watches this and really has something to say about it. Because, yes, where Sony has a lot of staying power with their unique titles and whatnot, with how little you're spending to get access to all these games, spending $70, spending $100 every few months to get games that aren't on this Game Pass, that's little to nothing. Dude, this is like a budget gamer's dream come true. But I want to know what you think. Thanks for watching if you got this far. Until the next time, you take it easy and we'll play and talk more another day.